Well, marketing is critical for every business, but at the small end and on a budget, it's about being practical with the money that you have.
Carolyn Stafford is a leading small business marketing expert, owner of connectmarketing.com.au and the author of Small Business Big Brand. Carolyn joins us now in the studio. Carolyn, can we start by explaining the importance and what you actually mean by alliance partnerships?
Well, alliance partnerships are really when two business owners get together. They offer a complementary service, and what they do is get together to organise ways that they can cross-refer business to each other. So if you're a real estate agent, for example, it would make sense to form alliance partnerships with insurance advisors, brokers, bankers, conveyancers, those sort of complementary service providers.
And why is it important to look at alliances rather than just marketing direct?
Well, the problem with marketing direct to customers is it's quite a tricky task. It's where do you start, for example? You know, there's lots of customers out there. Which ones do you target? I think the difference with marketing to an alliance partner or getting an alliance partner is they have the ability to refer you a hot prospect. So in the case of the real estate agent, if I was a real estate agent, I'd be forming relationships with a divorce lawyer, for example, because the divorce lawyer has the husband and the wife about to get divorced, sell all their assets, and of course they've got to sell their house as well. And of course that lawyer then has the opportunity to refer a hot prospect to his friend, the real estate agent. And not only that, the lawyer is in a way advocating or making a strong recommendation that this real estate agent will help and do the right thing by his clients.
And what should you look for in a good alliance?
Well, that's interesting, Julia. I sort of go through a 4-step process. I think the first thing is that you've got to know somebody. You've got to like them. Like, if you're a real estate agent and I'm a lawyer, I've got to like you to want to refer you business. So we go through what I call the know, like and trust process. I need to trust that you can deliver to my clients, because I'm not going to refer you my clients unless I can trust that you deliver. And I also need to know that you're an expert, because we all like to deal with experts. So I sort of think to look for an alliance partner, you need to go through the know, like, trust and expert steps before you would be comfortable referring business to each other.
Now, these alliances you're talking about, are these free alliances or is there a financial deal going on here?
Well, it's interesting. I tend to think I like the sort of non-financial alliance partnership, because it allows you to sort of exit gracefully if you refer a client and they're not looked after. So they can be formal and they can be financial, or they can be non-financial and just be a little bit more of a loose arrangement. I do recommend, however, that you do need to have some sort of an agreement in place that you both operate under, you know, the kinds of clients that you're looking for, the numbers of referrals that you're looking for, and how often you're going to review that alliance relationship, whether it be quarterly or 6 monthly.
But this can be just quite an informal agreement. It doesn't need to be drawn up by lawyers.
Oh, no, definitely not. You know, where possible, never get lawyers involved, but just start with having some sort of objectives about what the relationship's all about. And it can just be a one-page written document that you keep going back to review if, you know, one side's referring a lot of business and the other side isn't.
Now, when do alliances go wrong, and what do you do when they do?
Well, when do they go wrong? Well, they go wrong when potentially we refer a client and the real estate agent doesn't necessarily do the right thing by the client. If you're the lawyer and you're doing it that way, and something goes wrong with the relationship, or they don't service the client in the way that you would agree or that you would expect. And also when your ethics and values get challenged, I think if there's not a common ethics and a common value between the two businesses, then that can be a cause for sort of concern.
And how do you do a formal evaluation of alliances with your alliance partner? How do you actually do that?
Well, really a cup of coffee is all it takes. You know, every quarter agree on how often you'll review the arrangement, sit down and have a cup of coffee, and just have a really open, honest dialogue with each other. You know, you might be referring a lot of clients to the other person, but they're not coming back. Well, be concerned, show your concern, express your concern, and ask for ways, and discuss creative ways that can be rectified. It's all about communication. That is all it is. Really strong, consistent and clear communication.
And maybe just a last question. When have you seen alliances work really well?
Well, in my industry, I'm in marketing, obviously, and I do a lot of advisory services with marketing people, and I've seen it work very well in the marketing space. So I always get graphic designers, PR experts, copywriters, website developers, you name it, anyone in that creative marketing space coming to me all the time, sort of saying, can we form relationships? And I've actually done it myself over the last 6 or 7 years of being in business. It's been the way I've built my own business, and it's also allowed me to see these new fledgling startup businesses where they sort of, where do I start? They come along, they network with me, and they've got a lot of business out of it as well. So I'm probably a case in point myself.
That's great. That's very interesting. Thank you very much, Carolyn Stafford.
Thank you, Julia.